Hey guys, and welcome back to English 3.2. Today we're going to look at understanding the question in your English 3.2 exam. So exactly what is this video going to cover? Well, first off, we're going to have a look at how a 3.2 question's asked. Next, we're going to break down some exam questions, and after that we're going to identify the important parts of the question. Finally, we'll go through what the next steps are after you've finished watching this video. So first off, how are English 3.2 questions asked in the exam? Well, usually they give you a list of 8 questions and you have to pick one to write about. The questions are going to vary significantly. There won't be 2 of the same topic. Some of these questions are unique and change from year to year. These questions are often quite difficult to answer. There are some questions which are included that are made up of 5 or more key aspects. And when we talk about aspects, we mean setting, character, film techniques, ideas from the film, and emotions evoked by the film. These kind of questions come up every year. They may be worded differently, but they essentially are asking the same thing. So how are the questions broken down? Well, we can break 3.2 questions down into 2 parts. The first part is the aspect of the film. And like I said before, when we're talking about aspect, we mean the setting, the character, and the film techniques which are used and identified in the film. The second part of the question is the idea or the message or the emotional response which is behind the film. So we've got a few examples here. The first example, the use of contrasting settings, where contrasting settings is our aspect, and then it says as a way to develop powerful ideas. Powerful ideas is the second part of the question. The next one's talking about character as our aspect. A character on a journey, the first part of the question, and then it goes on to the second part of the question, takes the audience with them. So that's talking about an emotional response of the audience. And then the final example, it is the careful use of technical elements, which is talking about film techniques, that makes a text memorable. And why is it memorable? Because it teaches us something. So that's the second part of the question. It's really important to note that the same kind of things are asked every year. They are just worded differently. The question may change, but the underlying aspect is the same. So you can see this in the examples here. From 2015 to 2018, there has always been a question on setting. You can see here they're asked in a slightly different way. So 2018 used contrasting settings, 2017 used set in a challenging environment, 2016 asked about contrasting or changing settings, and 2015 talked about effective settings. So you can see that they're worded differently, but it's the same thing that they are asking. If we look at the second part of the question, we'll see a similar thing. 2018, we talk about powerful ideas. 2017, much to teach us, teaching us an idea. 2016, an effective text. Well, effective at what? Teaching us an idea. And 2015, helping us understand the ideas that lie beneath the surface. Again, asking the same thing in different words. So as we can see from above, these questions are all asking about setting and the idea. Being able to identify the aspects of your question and adapt your essay to the question specifically is the deciding factor on the grade you will get in Level 3. We also have LearnCoach Plus videos which break down lots of past questions. So next, let's look at the important parts of the question. We have identified 5 parts to each question which come up year after year. And you can see in the bottom right corner, we've got 3 aspects for the first part of the question: character, setting, and film techniques. And we've identified 2 aspects for the second part of the question, which is the idea or the message behind the film and the emotional response of the audience. The next 5 videos will cover each of these identified parts in depth. So there will be a video for the character, a video for the setting, a video for the film techniques, a video for the idea or message, and finally a video for the emotional response of the audience. It is really important that you prepare multiple part 1s and multiple part 2s for the exam. This is because sometimes examiners put different parts of different questions together, and the same combinations don't always come up. So for example, one year the character question might be relating to the idea behind the film, and the next year it could be relating to the emotional response. So to make sure you're prepared for the exam, you would need to do multiple aspects for both parts of the question. It's super important that you do this, otherwise you might get into the exam and there's no question that you are prepared to answer. So what do you need to do now? Well, if you've got no idea what to write about in your essay, you need to watch the following 5 videos on the 5 aspects of the question. You then pick a part 1 and part 2 aspect for your movie, for example, picking character and an idea, and then you watch the LearnCoach videos on structure. Once you've done that, you can have a practice writing your essay, or if you've decided on what to write about already, you then watch the videos which are relevant to your chosen aspects. So for example, if you've chosen character, watch the character video. This will make sure that you're talking about the right things and that you've got sufficient things to talk about. You then watch the videos on structure and again have a practice writing your essay. So hopefully now you've got a really good idea on how to answer the question when you come to your exam. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.